It's Ash from Super Videos, back for another teaser trailer breakdown for an upcoming episode of The Walking Dead. This is my breakdown for Season 11, Episode 21, which is called Outpost 22. So stay tuned, we'll be right back to break it all down. Alright, as always, before we dive into it, smash the like button, subscribe to join our community, and press the bell to be notified when I upload on the channel. With that said, let's dive right into it. There's a few very interesting details in this trailer that I absolutely loved, and it definitely teases at some major developments in this upcoming episode. This trailer starts with this shot, which is actually of the survivors just stepping out of that prison bus that we saw them in at the end of last episode. We do see there's some Commonwealth soldiers around, and we see someone in front making some sort of a speech. And obviously, based on this speech, we do get a reveal that the survivors have been taken to a labor camp, the outskirts of where Commonwealth is. But in the voiceover, this character says, "Today is the first day of a new beginning." And then we see Negan step out of the bus with a Commonwealth soldier escorting him. This is basically a new day of a new beginning for the survivors. They are no longer free. They are labor prisoners. We do see other survivors who have also been captured as well here. We see Kelly and Ezekiel, who we know. The next shot we have is actually this guy that seems to be in charge, who we did see in front of everyone at the beginning. He's in the prison bus and he's talking to the survivors. He says, "Take comfort in knowing that good people will benefit from your labor here." So this is obviously a reveal that they are in fact at some sort of a labor camp. And then we see the working train that they were talking about in the previous episode that belongs to the Commonwealth. And then we see another shot here. So this is basically the clue that Lance gave Carol and Daryl right before he got killed as a clue to get them closer to where their people are. And then in the next shot, we actually do see Carol and Daryl. They're looking through binoculars, looking at the train that came in, and they're most likely going to follow it and see where the survivors are. In the voiceover, Daryl says, "You took my kids from me. Do you want to die quick or do you want to die screaming?" He's actually talking to one of the Commonwealth soldiers or guards that was probably around the area where they were at in the previous episode. They're probably trying to get information out of him. And then we see that Commonwealth soldier or guard right here. And then we see this shot of some sort of a gunfight that's happening between Commonwealth soldiers and someone else. Now it could be Commonwealth soldiers just shooting at walkers as well, because in the next shot we do see one Commonwealth soldier shoot down this one walker that's approaching. We see Kelly and Ezekiel in the background. So I'm assuming that this is where the labor camp is and they're just clearing the area to allow the prisoners, the labor prisoners, to start working. And then we see this shot of the survivors inside that prison bus that we saw. We see Negan, Ezekiel, and Kelly. Negan in the voiceover says, "We have to work together for everyone." And then we see this shot of Kelly and Ezekiel together. They're pretty worried. And then we see this interesting shot of what appears to be Commonwealth secret agents capturing Hershel Jr. Now, I don't know where they're taking him or what's going on, but this is definitely interesting. It seems like they're going to use him as leverage to maybe get the survivors to do what they want, but it's going to be interesting to see what happens. We obviously do see some containers with the logo of the Commonwealth on them, so this is related to Commonwealth for sure. It's not like a different group or anything like that. And then we see this shot of Carol comforting Maggie, who's crying. I'm assuming because she realized what's going on with Hershel Jr. being captured. And this could also definitely connect in some way to the spin-off with Negan and Maggie if they don't resolve this situation by the end of the series. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, I did do a video on this, so if you're interested, definitely go check it out. But I feel like this might be some setup for the Maggie and Negan spin-off. The next shot we have is actually this shot of Gabriel, I think, talking to Rosita. He has a walkie in hand. I'm assuming it's a walkie belonging to a Commonwealth soldier. And then we see this shot of the entrance door to Alexandria that has now turned into Outpost 22 for the Commonwealth. And we do see some sort of a bus also approach the gates. So it seems like maybe there's some prisoners moved to Alexandria for whatever reason, or it could just be some Commonwealth soldiers making their way to Alexandria to use it as their outpost. But in the voiceover, we hear Maggie say, "We're gonna take back our home," referring to not just Alexandria, but also Commonwealth, I feel, as well. And then we see this shot of Daryl on a motorbike belonging to Commonwealth, so that's definitely interesting. And the reason why I say that is because of the Commonwealth emblem in front of the bike. And then we see this interesting shot of a Commonwealth soldier who appears to be ripped apart, but it turned into a zombie, it seems, and it's trying to get to Rosita. So that's definitely interesting. And then we see Rosita and Maggie here. Maggie says, "And make it right." So this goes back to what she was saying earlier. We need to take back our home and make it right. And then we see Negan here with Ezekiel. They're surrounded by Commonwealth soldiers. Negan says, "Are you with me?" To which Ezekiel replies with, "I'm with you." So it seems like they're going to work together to most likely kill the Commonwealth soldiers that are around and basically trigger some sort of an escape plan for the survivors. And then we see this shot of the train coming through with a walker on the rail tracks. And then this shot of Carol with a rifle in hand shooting some Commonwealth soldiers down. And also this other Commonwealth soldier on a motorbike. I'm assuming this is related to the scene with Daryl, who was also on a motorbike. So they might be chasing each other or something like that. And then we see this final shot of someone who's bald, maybe a Commonwealth secret agent, knocking down this walker. And it's going to be interesting to see what this is all about. I mean, why wouldn't they just kill the walker, right? It looks like they're just knocking him out. Maybe they're going to use them as part of a deterrent or something like that. But that's pretty much everything that was on this teaser trailer. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, smash the like button, subscribe to join our community, and press the bell to be notified when I upload on the channel. That's it for this video. See you next time for another super video.